Myself up for the warm red row, and in order to do that I'm going to need my warm red, of course. So I'm going to scoop some warm red, and then I need the complementary color of red to darken it. So complementary is across, so we have green, so I'm going to mix a green, and that uses blue and yellow. So I'm going to use cool blue, and I know that we really don't need very much blue at all in order to make a mixture. If you need more paint too, I can always refill you, just not right at this moment since I'm making an instructional video. Okay, so I have my cool blue and cool yellow. I'm going to mix those together to get a green. Boop, boop, boop. So I'm just sort of sliding this paint back and forth. That's a lovely green. And I will wipe that off. So now I have my green. And the last thing that I need for this row is going to be white. So I make sure that my palette knife is clean. Pull some white out. And I think I'm going to try to do both my reds on here, so I'm giving myself a little space. But you can use a different paper for each one. Wipe that off. Okay. Now I'm all set up to do my red row. Clean my brush off. And my brush is very dirty. So I gotta make sure that's nice and clean. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put my hue down. My hue is warm red. And so I'll just put that down here. I am not particular about being in the lines. If you are, power to you, but I don't mind. Okay, so that's my hue. And now I'm going to go with tints. So again, I have my paint on here, so I do not have to worry about keeping it clean like I do on the Stay Wet. So I'm going to take some white and take some red. And here is my first tint. So it's only slightly lighter. And then I'll take some more white. Whoop, whoop. Mix that in. And there's my second tint, slightly lighter. And I'm actually just going to use this one because I know it will take a lot of white to make that much lighter. So I'm going to do that for there. Yay, so now I have my tints. Now I want to wash my brush off. Oops, I almost stuck it in the paint. Because we don't want any white in our shade mixtures. We only want those in our tones. So I'm going to take this. All right, so I'm going to take some red. I want to make sure to not get any with white. And as we might recall from the yellow, the green is strong because it has dark blue in it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of green to start, like so small, and mix that in. So this, all of your shades should still pretty much look like the hue color. Like it should still be red. It should not look green. So this is just a slightly darker red. It's my first shade. I'm going to add some more green. Ooh, that might have been a little heavy-handed. That's okay. Okay. And here is a darker red. There we go. If you finish yellow and red, just stop there. We'll do blue together next time. And then for my last shade, I need more green. Doop, doop. There we go. And there's our darkest one. Okay. I'm going to rinse that brush off. And now for my tones, I'm basically just using my tints and my shades together. So it doesn't really matter how you want to do it. You just want to have a little bit of each. So there's one. It's just to give us a variety of colors that we get from mixing the same, like just to show you the variety you can get from mixing the same colors together with more of this or that. And it's just going to be a little key for you. Make sure your name is on your paper and put it on the drying rack. Let's see. Who knows? We'll see how crazy this is. Okay. Okay, now my red is done. So I'm going to do the same thing with Cool Red. Let's see. Do I have time? I actually have time, so I'm going to do it, but I'm going to pause this. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with Cool Red. I have plenty of white and green left, so I'm just going to do it on the same paper. I just have to make sure not to get them polluted, so just make sure you're not mixing paint colors. Ooh, this is very dirty. I need a new water cup, but we don't have time, so I'm just going to do the same thing with Cool Red. Grab some white over here, grab some red, and here's one tint. Oops, I forgot to put the hue down, but that's okay. So as you can see, this is a little purplier, sort of raspberry colored. I'm going to grab some more white over here, and because I know I'd need a lot to change that color, I'm going to just go over here. Ooh, this is so pretty. And then last little bit over here. My lightest shade. Okay, now I need to rinse this off, and I'm going to use the same green. Hopefully it's not dry yet. Again, we know this dries quickly, but I don't need very much, so I'm going to put my straight hue. So that's the color without anything else added. And put that there. And now I'm going to start darkening it. So I'm going to grab a little green. I want to make sure to not get the green that has the other red on it. So I'm darkening that. There's one shade, and this is getting very bloody looking. Okay, and now I need more green. Add to that. We're getting wicked dark. Oop. Don't want to get that white in there. And last little bit of green to really make it super dark. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. That's almost looking purple. All right, and now to make my tones, I'm just going to mix the two together, sort of haphazardly. There's no like rhyme or reason here. Use a little bit of that in here. Okay, that is the cleanup bell. If you have not yet started cleaning up, please do so. And one last tone, and I'm hot to trot. Boop. Okay. Oh no.